no matter what y'all say, y'all control access to sex, right? If you don't let me in your box, I'm not getting in it. So whether I hate you or like you, till you say yes, ain't nothing happening. I'm not graping you. I'm not SAing you. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, we use a woman whitey to get off. Duh. You know what I'm saying? It's like
One of the things that I taught my son was there will be situations where you can take advantage of. Absolutely. But just because you can don't mean you should.
And I'll never forget that. And I understand that a lot of men see that having sex with women, it doesn't matter, they see it as power. And other men in their community, they encourage them to sleep with instead of respecting their bodies, they teach them to sleep with a lot of women as a testament to their manhood. And it really kind of takes away, it desensitizes the person to sex. Now they're just using your body to get off, basically, right? Hold on.
Men use women that they may sleep with you even if they don't like you. The woman at the job who has a bad attitude, he may sleep with you just to dominate you. He does not have to have any type of feelings for you. He does not have to even like you as a person, but he will sleep at you for this, to be dominant over you, or just because he just doesn't like you. Reasons why men sleep with you other than liking you or being intentional. So that's what we were going to talk about today. So how would you guys feel about that?
I'm all right with it.
Of course, you would be.
Yes, exactly.
But I think it's in that regard, I I think it's on the woman to monitor herself in a sense to don't to avoid that situation as best as she can, because I know in some situations men will lie, you know, and do whatever they can to get you to a point where you do trust them, and then that be the reason. So in situations like that, of course I don't think that that's on a woman. But I would say definitely if you are in a situation where he's not, it doesn't seem like he's intentional, and you think that by sleeping with him is going to change the situation, I think you have to take ownership in the outcome that occurs, because it's very rare that it's going to be a situation where a dude is going to sleep with you and he's not intentional, and then you think that it's going to turn into a relationship. That's my opinion.
Anyone?
Anybody,
Bueller? Bueller?
anybody else?
I like I said, I'm okay with it, right? I mean, shout out to Mistaken. He said you could tell a lie or tell the truth. You see what I'm saying? Because no matter what y'all say, y'all control access to sex, right? If you don't let me in your box, I'm not getting in it. So whether I hate you or like you, till you say yes, ain't nothing happening. I'm not graping you. I'm not SAing you. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, we use a woman whitey to get off. Duh. You know what I'm saying? It's like
So I have a question. I just from what I'm hearing, and I always have to come from this angle. When did we as a people become so inhumane that
since
we
the
don't even
beginning of
care?
time. Since the beginning of time.
So to the point where, I mean, in large numbers, to the point where we don't even care how we're treating people. I can treat you like dirt, and that's men and women, because it's women who are out here using men for money. Um, and a deceitful person is a deceitful person. When did character not play a role in your? I mean, when did character just fall the way? I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to find a better word for it, but
When the character loses its value.
when a character go out of the door, because it just seems like we live in a society now where we don't even care about our brother. It used to be like brother and sister. You cared about your brother, you cared about your sister. But now it's like, you know what? I don't care. I'll treat you like crap. What's the point in going to these charity events, feeding the homeless? You're doing all these grady things, but yet in your head, you think it's okay to deceive someone. You think it's okay to use somebody, both men and women. So I find that to be a problem a very it's just it's crazy to me.
How are women being deceived though?
Both ways. If I'm manipulating you into sleeping with you, because we know it just doesn't happen. Like I hate you and you would have sex. There's something going on there for me to deceive. The same way with the woman. I'm not saying it's men and women, okay? But if I'm going in and I'm making you believe it could be something else just to get into your pants, just to get your body or whatever, that's deception, manipulation. You may not want to look at it that way because it kind of takes away the privilege of, we can end off. But how is it not?
But you talking about two consenting adults. Nobody's tricking you to get in the bed and take your clothes off.
So if I go on a date with you and pretend that I like you and I'm only there to use your money, that's not manipulation. That's not deceit.
Well, it depends on how you value yourself, though. I mean,
no, I'm asking you in a situation, it's a situation. If I go on a date with you and I pretend to like you, I pretend to do all these things for you just to get your money, is that not manipulation or deceit?
Just to get me in bed or to get me? Because I thought we was talking about sex with people you hate.
No. I'm just saying manipulation. It's a tactic. Men care. I'm trying to do it vice versa.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
So for example, as a woman, if I'm using you just for your money, nothing else, I just want to get in your pockets. Is that not manipulation, deceit? And I'm leading you on, playing like I like you, caressing you like, oh, but I'm talking just to get your money. Is that not manipulation or deceit?
I think it's manipulation, but I guess what I'm getting at is, I mean, at our age, we know what's up.
No, you think people know what's up because everybody doesn't have, just like listen, everybody does not have a deceiving mind. Like it takes you, the deceptive person, to know a deceptive person. So not everybody is, y'all think everybody moving to deceive. Guess what? There are people who are out here, genuine people, and they get hurt every day because of deceptive people. It's like, oh no, you should know the game. Maybe they don't.
But maybe I think it's about how you value yourself though. So just because a dude like you, if that's all you need to feel is he likes me to have sex with him, then it's a problem that you have to deal with. That's internal.
So obviously, if you jump in the bed with him ASAP, but we know deception can go on for many months. We've heard men on the platform saying it can go on for months. It can go on for a year. A person can really think like, oh, he's stuck in there. He really likes me. I made him wait and he waited. And the whole time he playing you just to get the cat.
That's fine.
Diamonds.
I mean, like I said, deception is real. You just got to be smart. You got to pay attention. You got to look. You can't get caught up in your feelings about stuff.
That's easy to say because listen, you can't tell people their emotions. Okay, you're sitting here saying you can't get because you're moving around deceptive people. But my question is, why are people deceptive? Why do we think it's okay? We've normalized deception. We've normalized it.
That's like asking, why do people steal though? I mean,
they shouldn't do that either.
But that's just human nature to do that.
Human nature to steal.
Hey, I hear what you're saying, and I understand how you're trying to reposition the values, right? The premise is that, women look to men for security and money and men look to women for sex, right? Either way, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, it's all about you making the choice to deal with it.
Wait, I'm sorry, Ricky. I hear some kind of sound feedback.
It ain't me. Not me. Mine's is Crystal.
CC.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying that at the end of the day, I understand how she's trying to exchange the value systems, but what it is that, again, if a woman's out there manipulating, hustling, right, what's the proof of that she really trying to rock with you? It's her time, it's her effort, it's what she does for you as a woman to earn that right? Same with a man. If he out here and he's selling you the world, the moon, and ain't bought nothing to the table, what's the proof of him being everything he say he is? It's the actions he present before you give him the box, right? So again, if you're not getting the results you want to get to the point where you're comfortable with doing that, that's, even though it's the game, you still responsible for your own shit. That man's still responsible for not being smart enough to vet and realize where that woman coming from. And that woman's she not smart enough to figure out he just after the box. Either way, the decision is yours.
Hey Ricky, real quick, bro, why we acting like these women are being deceived though?
They not
We're not. We're talking
You're
about
not being, but hold on. I'm just saying you're not being deceived though. You're not being
women.
deceived.
It's women who are being deceived all the time, and it's men who are being deceived all the time. You're assuming that everybody comes from the streets of 30, that they living at 301
No, this
zip
is
That's
no,
not what
this
I'm
is what
saying.
I'm
What I'm
they
saying.
saying
go, no.
once you reach a certain age, it's you like you understand you have to be able to understand the dynamics of dealing with the opposite sex, whether you're a woman or a man. So to say you are deceived, that's willful ignorance.
Well, let me
Well,
ask you
you say
something.
that based on the fact that you have experience. I was
Right.
right. You're saying that based on experience, but there
Remember, y'all want the pure
women
women.
and women who don't have experience. And I don't mean experience having sex, but I mean you have to run into enough situations in order to see a pattern.
Mhm.
So if I haven't ran in enough situations to really be able to pinpoint certain things, then yes, I'm going to be easily manipulated because I don't know until I know, right?
But what percentage of women is that though? Let's keep it real.
Anybody who's
I
young,
think all women start off like that, just
yes,
like
There,
men. All women
naivety,
start off like
naivety
that.
is not something that is age specific. I will say naivety is not something that's age specific. There are people who are still
Right,
naive.
right. Again, oh,
but
I,
it doesn't change the fact that we have normalized deception. We have normalized manipulation. Like it's okay, just deal with it. No, it's not okay. You need to fix your character. Your character needs a little bit of schooling. It's not okay to deceive people both ways, men and women. That shit is not okay. I don't know who taught you it was okay, but the shit is not okay. And
And
that's all.
then, right. And then, like you said, to normalize it, like I think I had said this before, like one of the things that I taught my son was there will be situations where you can take advantage of. Absolutely. But just because you can don't mean you should. And to me, that speaks to the character of a person, that when you're in a situation where and I'm not saying that all women are vulnerable or all men are in vulnerable situations. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is in order to build character, what shows true character is when you are in a situation where you can take advantage of it, but you choose not to because you know it's the right thing to do. And I think a lot of times we don't speak to that aspect of being a good person, and how that being in an environment in which you're trained where the focus is on your character and not necessarily your outer appearance, because that's a lot of times for women or for men to, sleep with a lot of women to, show that, you're a man or what have you. We don't really focus on that aspect of I don't want to say man building or woman building, but character building. I'll say is that we don't focus enough on that.
no.
And so what happens is we end up coming into situations like this where you have people that are manipulating each other for their own selfish reasons. We just need to focus more on the fact that, yeah, you can take advantage of people, you can steal, but just because you can do these things and maybe even get away with these things, or these things will benefit you, it makes you feel good, doesn't mean that you should do it.